Have you ever had to put together kids' toys on the eve of Christmas? You know, all the screws and the things and the bolts and nuts and things that don't quite. I just had to do that. I also just took a shower, did my hair. Hi, everybody. It's Friday. It's time to shave. I didn't shave yesterday. I had a terrible headache yesterday. A bunch of weird stuff went on yesterday, but I made it through. It's Friday the 13th. Time to shave. Now, I'm just jumping right into it, aren't I? I was challenged by the Scented Soldier Shaves to tell about what are my two favorite blade pairings with particular razors. Now, the easy thing for me to say is, and I'm just going to say the first one is always the Rockwell with the feather. The Rockwell 6S with the feather, or the Fat Boy with a feather. So that's just my go-to. That is my daily driver, as they say. I always use feather blades. But, except for one razor, the Parker 99R, which I'm going to be shaving with today. And I like to use the Bic razors in that. So that's what we're going to do. So let me take this out of here. Bic razors, I think it's pronounced Bic. I looked at the pronunciation beforehand. It is Bic. Bic. Not like Voskhod. Oh man. When I took that out, I sliced my finger. Is it going to start bleeding? I felt a slice. I felt a little slice. It's not bleeding yet. It's probably going to start soon. Oh gosh. I did not mean for that to happen. All right. Nobody does when it comes to accidents, right? All right, so here's the Parker 99R. There's a little teeny slit. I'm just going to hold it, put pressure on like that for now. Wasn't too bad, luckily. Whew. Pay attention when you're holding razor blades. This is the Butterfly Twist to Open Parker 99R and the Bic razor blade. All right, what am I going to shave with today? I'm going to use the Taylor of Old Bond Street Almond. I was going to use the peppermint because it's the Christmas time and everything, and I love the scent of peppermint, but I'm a little bit tired of it right now, so I'm going to go with the almond. Oh, so good. But in lieu of peppermint, I like that, in lieu of, I'm going to use some of these frost drops from the Sterling Soap Company. So add a little menthol to anything. And it's not bleeding yet still. Good. I think it was so small, but I felt it. You know that unmistakable feeling that, oh, I just cut myself. All right. And then for the aftershave, I can't not use Barbasol, at least every now and then. Not every single day. All right. And then the brush is the West Coast shaving brush, the Jolly Rancher. Put some hot water up on my face, a little bit scruffier than normal. Not too bad. And I'm going to load up the old brush. Now, it doesn't take much. This Taylor of Old Bond Street shaving cream is real rich, and it will lather up like nobody's business. So what I'm going to do is take this and add a couple of drops of menthol in there. Let's see. There we go. 2, 3, doesn't matter. And then I like to sprinkle a little bit more water on top, just for good measure. Is it good measure? I don't know. Okay, back to what I was doing right before this. I was putting together not a child's bicycle, not a big wheel, not a green machine. Wow, I'm used to using my Sinatra Lennon brush from DS Cosmetics, and this one was a lot floppier now. It's got I guess I got used to the stiff backbone of my Sinatra Lennon. When you switch between shaving utensils, you do notice the difference. Oh man, I'm slinging foam all over the place. Oh my gosh. All right, let me clean up my entire home now that I'm covered in this gunk. All right, let me get this off here. And so what was I doing earlier? I was putting together a Nordic Track, what do you call it? Gosh, I'm still recovering from life, I guess. A treadmill, thank you. All right, here we go. First pass with the Parker 99R with a Bic blade in it. With 2 days of growth, and it's already, I can tell it's cutting right through. The Parker 99R is a really good razor for cheap, and it is aggressive. It's got a nice long handle with good knurling to it, I guess, so you don't slip. Anywho, putting together that dang Nordic Track treadmill, it was a pain. Like none of the screw holes were tapped correctly. Like you try to stick a screw in there and just didn't want to go, and you didn't know whether it was going to strip. That kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. You know, typical nonsense. I started yesterday when I had a terrible headache, and I was like, I can't do this. So I finished it today. And now, Now, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of taking walks because I just like being out in nature, looking around in the city, wherever I'm walking, because I get bored easily. You know, I think that's a major problem with a lot of people don't want to exercise because they get bored so quickly. I'm checking my little cut. It's all right. It didn't start bleeding. But with these new things, I guess we owned an elliptical trainer years ago, and it just turned into a clothes hanger, as they always do, you know? Exercise equipment in the home always ends up being where you hang your laundry, which is why I was against this, but my wife wanted it, and it was given to us as a gift for Christmas, so I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. And maybe I'll get some good use out of it, because after the first of the year, I have to get back into shape. This past year, I've exercised a bunch, but I've also eaten a bunch of garbage, and I don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel, don't like the way it makes me look. So after the first of the year, like everyone says, but believe me, I've been doing this for 20 years, I'm going to do it again, because I'm just tired of it, tired of the feeling. All right, there we go, first pass, pretty good on the cheeks. You know, still a bunch down the neck, but there always is, no matter what razor. Put some more hot water up. I didn't feel the menthol, so I'm going to put a little bit more. Yeah, I didn't feel it. Come on, there we go. There we go. Happy little menthol. You know, people sometimes call me the Bob Ross of shaving. Well, my youngest son has gotten really into drawing lately. And so, I mean, he's been drawing up a storm. There's like YouTube video tutorials with his dad and his daughter or his other kid where they just draw everything. You know, from cartoon characters to Christmas scenes or whatever, Baby Yoda. And then we thought, well, let's show him Bob Ross. Let's see if he likes that. Because I used to love watching Bob Ross in the 80s. Which is why it's such an honor that someone would, you know, call me the Bob Ross of shaving. Anyway, he loved it. He loved it. He wanted to try painting what Bob Ross was painting. You know, the happy little trees. Maybe there's a little cloud that lives right there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all up to you. It's so great that Bob Ross has had this comeback or been rediscovered by a new generation, you know. I used to watch that all the time on PBS. Back when you'd get home from school and you didn't have cable, there was nothing on, so you turn on PBS, because usually there was something to watch that was better than soap operas being on. Ugh. And then you'd have to wait till like 4 o'clock until, you know, Hogan's Heroes came on, or Courtship of Eddie's Father, or Bewitched, you know, that kind of stuff. And then maybe a little bit later, Bugs Bunny would come on. But you had to watch all these 60s sitcoms. It's so crazy to think about now, like Courtship of Eddie's Father, why did they have that on? My Three Sons, Leave It to Beaver, of course, The Munsters, all that stuff. It was great. Those things are probably going to be rediscovered at some point, but it's not the same when you're kind of forced to watch them, because, you know, back when you couldn't stream video, or maybe you couldn't afford to own a VCR, you know, your parents and didn't have cable or HBO or anything like that, and you just watch whatever was on. Yeah, this is the old man TV hour, I think. I guess. All right, there we go. Pass number 2. That Bic blade, you know, the feather might be too sharp for this because it's a really aggressive razor, the Parker 99R. That's why I use the Bic, because it's really smooth and it's cheap and you can get it anywhere, you know, online. One more pass. I kind of feel the menthol. I'm not going to add any more. I feel like that's overdoing it. What? Me overdo it with menthol? Are you kidding me? Crazy. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining me on, when was that, Wednesday, when we did the Q&A? If you asked me a question on that one video where I asked for you to post questions, go back and watch, because I answered, I think, just about everybody. I went through the whole list of about 300 comments and picked all of the questions, and I don't think I skipped any. If I did, I apologize. The only ones I skipped were ones that were like kind of like duplicates, so hopefully you got Get to Know Me. Was that a John Lovitz thing on SNL? I was never quite sure about SNL. I mean, John Lovitz. I was sure about SNL. We still watch it, but I don't know why. It's kind of in a lull right now. I think it's one of those. There's a couple of good cast members, but in general, it's okay. Not like the good old days of Will Ferrell and even before that, Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd back in the 70s. This is old man TV show today. What the heck? I don't know. I'm just shaving. and shooting a breeze. I got a couple little nicks already. I don't remember if I ever got nicked with this one, or if it's, I don't think it's a razor that usually nicks me. Grandpa Grungy always does. And the Mula, I think, did. By the way, that giveaway is coming up on Monday. I've got a lot of entries, so I'll be giving away both those razors and the space soap and the little sample of vintage Barbasol. One going to US viewers and one going to international viewers. And I guess I got to put Canada in the international since they're not US. Technically, I should have done 3, right? God, I just drooled. Did you see that? That's weird. Is it the scent of the cherry almond that's making me... Ugh, I haven't had lunch yet. I need a drink. I don't really. You know how when you get sick, you just don't feel like... You want to just feel normal so you don't, need to take, drink a beer or something. Whatever. That's the position I'm in right now. It's like, I'm just enjoying feeling normal again. And then you get bored of feeling normal. And you have a cocktail. Of course, it's the holiday season, so it seems even more festive. I might be getting a bottle of scotch this Sunday. My dad's coming into town. Maybe we can do a live hangout. I don't know. I don't know if we'll have time. I'm not promising anything. All right. Cold water. Ooh, so smooth, man. The Parker 99R. Oh, it's cold. Good stuff. I like to do that. Penance for my sins. Oh, I'm still a little stopped up, as you can tell. Sounds gross. I apologize. But man's got to shave. What a man's got to shave. That sounded weird. All right. Aftershave, the Barbasol Brisk, the green Barbasol. There we go. Buy it at your local Barbasol dealership. Just put a little bit on there. Do the Kevin McAllister. We just watched Home Alone last night with the kids. They love it. It's such a good movie. Such a good movie. John Hughes. I mean, can't go wrong. All right. Whew. Well, I'll tell you what. Weekend's coming up. Go shopping if you need to go shopping. Go back on the video where I say I'm going to be doing the giveaway. And put your name in the hopper, and I will draw it on Monday. And I'm going to send out some razors and some space soap and little samples of Barbasol vintage, straight from the tube. So anyway, any nicks? Not really. A couple little minor ones, but nothing I'm going to deal with right now. I'll let it dry, and then I'll wipe it off. But that was a great shave. So thanks, Scented Soldier Shaves, for letting me, or challenging me to pair 2 razors with 2 blades. Now I'm going to challenge 2 other people. She Shaves with Jill, if you haven't already done it. And Kevy Shaves, if you're out there, Kevy. I'm calling to you from the other side, Kevy. Kevy, I want you to pair 2 razor blades with 2 razors. She Shaves with Jill, you too. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. I will see you all on Monday for the big giveaway. I'll do a giveaway video, and then I'll do a normal video. But that's it. All right. See y'all soon. Bye.